being on the road to recovery. Governor Cuomo just announced schools in New York hotspots can start to reopen.
But this proposal includes some strict safety protocols to prevent the virus from spreading. News 4's Miles Miller live in Borough Park for us to explain today. Miles.
As you all know, Borough Park is a red zone here, and this school behind me, PS 150, has been closed for several weeks. It can reopen as early as Monday. Governor Cuomo announcing today there is a priority and a structure to opening these schools, but it's quite a process. Let's go ahead and show you the graphic we've created here that really spells out what it's going to take to get these schools back open. What it will mean right now is that everybody who goes into the school building will need to be tested, and we also know that anyone who tests negative will be asked to leave. 25% of the school population needs to be tested at random each week. It's something the governor says will get this area on the road to recovery.
It will also give us an idea about homes and households in that area. If a child tests positive, then we can contact trace back to the family. And then on an ongoing basis, once that school is opened, 25% of the population every week would be tested.
This announcement comes 2 weeks after Governor Cuomo threatened to withhold state school funding to schools in areas like this that refuse to comply with shutdown orders. Much of South Brooklyn still remains as part of the red zone today. But today, the governor announcing a plan to get these schools reopened. Again, they mean that anyone who goes in this building needs to be tested, and they must test negative for the virus. We also know, as the governor said, that there will be ongoing testing in these buildings at random to make sure that the school population remains COVID-free. We are live in Borough Park. I'm Miles Miller, News 4. Back to you.
All right, Miles, thanks for the latest. Now to New Jersey, also dealing with a major surge for the first time in 6 months. The state reported more than 2,000 new cases. Again, a reminder, with more testing comes more positive results. Governor Murphy had his first in-person briefing today since he was exposed to COVID-19. He said that he's not ruling out statewide restrictions if the cases were to keep climbing. The governor spoke on CNN about how colder weather and pandemic fatigue both likely driving up new cases.
You can't let your hair down. This is still with us. We still don't have a therapeutic. We still don't have a vaccine. Hopefully we'll have some of that soon. But in the meantime, you got to do the basic stuff, and you can't let the fatigue get to you.
5 North Jersey counties are among the hardest hit. Coming up on News 4 at 5, the Hudson County town that's taking action to curb the spread of COVID. And in Connecticut, Natalie, 2 cities in Fairfield County now rolling back their reopening to stop a surge in cases there. Stamford and Bridgeport are going back to phase 2. They're 2 of the 4 Fairfield County towns in the red alert zone, also joined by Norwalk and Danbury. Within the last hour, Governor Lamont announced the state's positivity rate dropped back down to 2.5%. But remember, that's just a snapshot of 1 day of COVID testing. Yesterday, it was 6%. We've got a reporter in Fairfield County working the story now, and we'll check with that reporter in our next half hour. We do have news breaking as Wall Street closes out a difficult week. Taking a live look now at the big board, you can see the Dow dropped another 150 points. The sell-off being driven by the surge in cases around the country and the world, as traders are bracing also for next week's presidential election. This has been Wall Street's worst week since March. The Dow's dropped more than 7% this week.